All right, so this week you're going to be conducting 2 peer reviews of research papers. I will have a list on Moodle that will have your name and the 2 peers that you are going to review their research paper, and those will be uploaded. And you will open those up and you will fill out this peer review checklist. And remember, you are graded on your peer review. So you want to make sure that you read through everything and you find everything to help your peer out, because not only are you helping your peer out like you want your peer to help you out, but you're receiving a grade for it. So there's actually 5 steps to this, and so what you're going to do is you're going to highlight how you highlight your answer. So for example, step 1, you're just seeing if the parts are there. So is the title page there? If it's yes, you'll come up to the little pen right here, and you can choose different colors, but yellow is a good color, and highlight it. Is there an abstract? Yes or no? You look at the paper. If there is, you hit yes. Is the abstract 150 to 250 words? Well, if you don't know how to figure that out, I'm going to show you right now. Highlight your whole abstract, pretend that's your whole abstract. Look to the bottom where it says page 1 of 10 and see it says 71 words of 1259. So you need to make sure it's 250 to 150 to 250 words. And then you can say yes. If it's not, say no. And then you could say only 77 words. Okay, introduction, is it there? You can say yes. How long is it? Is it over 1 page or less? If it's over 1 page, that is perfect. So it's 1 page or more. Perfect. Thesis, do they have it? Yes. How long is it? Is it over 1 or 2 sentences? Yes, it is. If it's only 1 sentence, you can write 1 sentence or whatever you want to make for your comments. Literature review. Again, you're going to have to highlight that literature review because it's got to be 15 words. So again, highlight it, look at the bottom. Sometimes it takes it a minute to figure it out and see how many words, but is there a literature review? Yes. How long is it? 1,500 words minimum. Yes. Conclusion. Again, how long is it? At least 2 pages. How many references do they have? Do they have a table? Yes. How many? Appendix? Yes. How many? Is it the proper font, which is Times New Roman? And is it the proper font size? Okay, now we're going into the abstract. Did they ID the problem? So on and so forth. You're looking for any statements repeated, any citations. Are they cited correctly? Do you think there's, how many citations are there, and do you think there's too many? In the thesis, what type is it? You're going to highlight whether it's analytical, expository, or argumentative. You're then going to highlight how many points they talk about. So do they talk about 2 points, 3 that they're going to analyze, expose, or argue, and that should correlate with subheadings? We'll get to that in a minute. Introduction, did they do the start item, specific problem? Are any statements repeated? Again, any citations? How many? Too many. In the conclusion, do they detail suggestions for the future? Or any things repeated? Is it too similar to their abstract or intro? All right, now we're on to the references, the reference section, and the annotated bibliography. First of all, I want to know, they had to have these first ones, a book, a journal, either a newspaper, a magazine, or an internet reference. Some may have an interview, a movie or a TV show, or something else. I also want to know, do they appear correct per APA? There's a citation machine maker in week 3. So what you're going to do is you can just copy and paste from their reference page the title of whatever it is. If they have it outlined as a book, you go to the citation maker, you hit APA, you hit book or journal or whatever it is, and then you can copy and paste in their title to the book or to the journal or whatever it is, and then look at what it says. Is it correct? Okay, then you're going to look for the journal. Was it properly cited? And on what page was it cited with an in-text citation, and was it quoted or paraphrased? And then you're going to do the same for the book, the same for the magazine or newspaper, and the same for the website. Again, I'm looking for what page in the literature review that they did an in-text citation, And was it quoted or paraphrased? And are there more than the 4 required references listed? Of course, there's a book, journal, newspaper, magazine, website. If there are, then what page number in the lit review is it referenced? Does it have an in-text citation? All right. And are there any references listed on the reference page that are not cited in the literature review? If you answer yes, I want you to list, and I just say ID it by name. Just put maybe the author. Say book by author, not cited in the lit review, or journal, whatever it may be. And then for each reference, did the peer, this is where we get into our annotated bibliography, did the peer explain how the reference was located? Yes or no? If no, which references didn't do that? Did the peer list the strengths and weaknesses for each of the reference? Did the peer write the main argument for each of the reference? Did the peer list the background for each of the reference? And did the peer list the relevancy to the topic of each reference? All right, and then for the table, you're going to add where the table is listed, describe what's below, what's the page number, is it listed in the references, does the table have its own reference, same with the appendix. All right, now you're going to sit back, and this is when you're actually going to read. You're not going to read the paper until step 2. Step 1, you are just making sure, just like I do, are all the parts there. Okay, you want to read, you want to look for grammar issues. See how this is underlined in blue? If I right click on that, that's going to tell me, and I can actually click on it, that's what it should look like. Is it underlined in red, green? Do you read anything? Do you see any spelling issues? Do you see any APA issues? And then you're going to comment on them below. And remember, I'm grading you on this, so you need to comment and write what those issues are. And you can copy and paste those, copy and paste, and then write what the issue was. All right. Step 3, literature review. You're looking at the peer's thesis statement. You're going to write it out, or you can copy and paste it right here. And then you're going to copy and paste the 2, 3, or 4 reasons, which would be, for example, the reasons for prison overcrowding in America are shameful because one reason is it can cause aggression. That's reason 1. Another reason is it causes an inmate to kill and causes higher rates of illness. I've listed them here and what page number they're related on. All right, then you're going to have your conclusion review. What suggestion is the peer offering in the research paper to solve the issue? Example, you don't have to write out the conclusion word for word, but make an outline of your understanding of how the peer wants to solve or make the issue better. And is it detailed enough? And then finally, your overall review and suggestions. You must list 3 positive items and be detailed in your issues and suggestions. It has to be 100 words minimum. All right. This is just a quick review of it. Just make sure you follow the instructions and take the time to review the paper as you want your paper to be reviewed, so you can then get your peer review, make the corrections that were made on your 2 peer reviews to turn in your final paper the following week. All right, thank you.